So cool. Hi guys, this is KGVR Trooper once again for another edition of KGVR Trooper review for your smartphone virtual reality experiences. And today we're going to talk about a movie theater app that is found on the Google Play Store called Cine2Go 2. Now, this is the icon you're going to be looking for in the Google Play Store, the Cine2Go icon. By far one of the best free movie theater apps that I've experimented with, and I've been through quite a few, and I'm going to show you some screenshots here of what you can expect to see inside this theater program. So check this out, guys. This is basically one of the views from inside the theater program. As you can see, it is a full movie theater. Chairs, popcorn on the floor, a drink cup that you can use for a menu selection. Really cool app. If you look behind you while you're in this immersive movie theater experience, this is what you're going to see. You're going to see all the rows of seats behind you, the projection room. You can look up at the ceiling and see the details in the ceiling tiles and the lighting and the emergency exits. It's really a cool program. Now, as you can see at the top of the menu inside the program, these are different sources where you can get your video from. Not a lot of choices really, so that's kind of a bummer. But the good news is that it streams YouTube videos, and as you know, YouTube has just a wealth of stuff out there: History Channel stuff, documentaries. Old World War II films is kind of one of my favorites. So, you know, definitely for a startup program that's free, I think this is a good one to go with. So, one of the things I like to do with this particular program is go in and make a conference call on my cell phone with a friend who also has a VR headset and a smartphone that they can use in that, and we go to YouTube at the same time. And once we're in YouTube, the cell phone icon kind of shrinks down and you just push it off to the side so it's not in your viewer screen, and we can pick a movie that's on YouTube and stream it at the same time and watch it, sitting in like a swivel office chair with a bucket of popcorn and a soda with a drink. It's got to have a straw because you can't like sip out of a glass when you're using your headset, but you're in the theater and you use a straw anyway, so it just makes it more realistic. And we could sit there, and I set the settings on my phone so that the media was higher volume than the phone itself, so that we could sit there and talk to each other and bullshit and laugh and goof off during the movie while we're watching the movie in the same theater, and nobody gets mad at us for having a good time while we're watching the movie and talking and all that other stuff. So I highly recommend the Cine2Go program from the Google Play Store. If you have a smartphone with a VR headset to go with it, you got to check it out. It's really cool. One of the things in the menu item is you can choose where you sit in the movie theater. Basically you look down at the little drink cup that would be off to your lower left-hand side in the virtual reality theater, and you just put the little cursor on it till it highlights it. It turns blue, then it brings up a menu on the screen, and you just put your little cursor on the chair in the middle of the screen until that connects in, and it brings up another sub menu with arrow keys to move forward, backwards, left or right, depending on where you like to sit in the theater. Personally, I like to move all the way up to like the second row, because then the screen fills the whole the whole front of the area there in front of you, and it really feels like you're in the theater, but you can still see the seats in front of you. And so then once that's locked into place, you go out of that menu and back to the cup, and you go back to the cup again and highlight it until it turns blue, and then you go back up to the same previous menu, and there's a little lock symbol in the upper right hand corner, and you highlight that and hit lock. And what that does is it makes the screen just a constant head-on shot, because if you don't do that, the gyroscopes in your cell phone will make the screen slowly drift to the left or to the right or up or down, and you'll have to constantly readjust it, to watch the film. So really, it's cool when you first get in the app to be able to look around, but when it gets time to get down to business and actually watch the movie that you're streaming, I highly recommend, picking a seat up front in the menu there and locking it into place. Now, one of the things that I like to do, if it's late, I'll lay in bed and I'll lock it in place and I'll lay in bed on my back, of course, pillow, comfy blankets, all that, headset on so you get the cool stereo sound, and I'll watch a movie like that. And to be honest with you, you'd think it would be kind of weird because you're laying down and you're looking up. But the theater is at the same angle as it would be if you were sitting in a chair, basically directly in front of you. So, after a few minutes, you just feel like you're in the theater watching the movie on the big screen. And it's truly an awesome experience. You guys got to try it. This is KG Trooper, KGVR Trooper, signing out.